I think most people would benefit from not just training like a bodybuilder. There's a few reasons why I think this is the case. First off, let's define what I mean by training like a bodybuilder. I define that as lifting weights with a unique goal of increasing the size of your muscles to improve your physique. I think if you step foot in a public gym, maybe 8 out of 10 people would say that's their goal. And I want to preface this argument by saying this is absolutely not a bad thing. But I believe the overwhelming majority of people would benefit by shifting their focus elsewhere. So what should you be doing instead of bodybuilding? I think everyone, yes, even grandma, would benefit from training like an athlete as opposed to a bodybuilder. And by training like an athlete, I mean trying to move as fast as you can, expressing power, lifting heavy weights, and interacting with the ground, trying to solve movement problems. I'm talking about strength and conditioning style training here. Sprinting, jumping, lifting heavy weights, and trying to improve your cardio. But Colin, I'm not an athlete. I don't need to be able to move fast. I just want huge arms. Yeah, huge arms are cool. Are huge arms going to stop you from gassing out when you play with your kids? Are cap delts going to keep you out of the nursing home? Are giant bulbous calves going to carry your wife out of a burning building? Okay, I got a little carried away there, but you get the point. Athletes don't train like athletes because it's flashy and cool. They do so because that style of training allows you to become as physically developed as you possibly can be. Being a strong, fast, efficient mover is great for competing in a sport and winning a championship, but it's even better for winning in life. When you train this way, the challenges life provides you are so much easier to overcome. Plus, as you age, maintaining movement quality can be a massive factor in keeping your quality of life high. I would be hard-pressed to find anyone in an assisted living facility that knows the last time they jumped. Not to mention, this style of training is really fun. My favorite training sessions ever are the ones where I'm jumping and running around. They scratch the novelty itch in my brain while giving my body a strong stimulus to adapt to. And if any of these points haven't convinced you yet, here's the kicker. Bodybuilding is a huge part of training like an athlete. It turns out having big and strong muscles is in fact functional. Up to a certain point anyway. But if you're hearing this and you still have goals that are more physique based, that's great. You can make huge progress in terms of body composition while prioritizing a more holistic training style. And I would argue if you figure out multiple forms of training that you enjoy, it will only speed up the process. What I don't want this video to do is stop you from lifting weights if that's the only form of exercise you enjoy. But if this video finds you and you are that kind of person, maybe this is a sign to get a little bit uncomfortable today. I got an easy one here for you. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Jump for distance, not too crazy far, but just far enough to where you had to try a little bit. Land soft. Rest a little bit, do it again. Count how many times you jump, measure your furthest one. Congratulations, you trained like an athlete today. Maybe go again next week and see if you can do a little bit better. Also, probably do some cardio. But that's my rant done for the day. Thank you for clicking on this video and spending a few minutes with me. If this idea resonated with you, check out my channel to see what I do on a weekly basis, both in my training and for my athletes. And I would greatly appreciate if you left a like and a comment if this video made you think. I'll see you in the next one.